Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Banknote Trading, where we take a look at the US dollar pairs in the Forex market. Today, we'll start by taking a look at Euro USD on the 4-hour chart. Let's go and map out the current range. And this is the range we'll be dealing with. A swing structure, bearish, but obviously more recent price action is showing that this has just been consolidating sideways since last week. Of course, recently buyers did step back in, but all they did was take out the highs of this range and then come back down into the range. And this is the low of support area for the range. So technically, overall, with this bear swing structure, came back into premium, but then has just been consolidating sideways, waiting to see what price can do from here. If it can take out this lower high, and I'll be looking for any type of retracement, any type of buying opportunity from there to continue the prices rising from there. But like I said, overall, if the swing structure is bearish, it could come back down. It does take out this area of demand. I'll be looking for any type of selling opportunity once it gets down back at the premium to see it take out the lows of the overall range. GBP USD. Let's go and map out the current range. And of course, we've been saying the overall swing structure was bearish. It retraced. Buyer step back in, retraced back 100%, came back up to this lower high from these highs, and then started to descend back down, came back into this area of demand, and prices reacted from there. But it hasn't taken out this lower high. That is the structure of the entire range. So waiting to see if it did start to break structure to the upside. Buyer step back in, start taking out some of the liquidity sitting over these highs. And now still consolidating in the corrective nature sideways, just like with the other US dollar pairs. Waiting to see any direction, waiting to see any fundamental news. There's news later this week to see which direction this can go. Just like I said, overall swing structure bearish, but it did retrace completely back up to this lower high, just like with Euro USD. Waiting to see prices get taken out, this lower high get taken out. Waiting to see any opportunity once it does retrace and bullish momentum picks up. Briefly go over DXY. So this continues to trade sideways. We've been looking at this trend line overall with the bullish swing structure, this being the high of the range. Came back, retraced back down to discount. Started to consolidate. Prices broke to the upside, but then sellers stepped back in. Looks like this area is forming as an area of support. This area of support is holding up. Meanwhile, buyers can step back in, but this still paying attention to this trend line to see what happens. Prices also just recently reacted to it overnight. This trend line that we've been watching. So right now, just consolidating sideways. If you look at all this choppy price action, waiting to see a direction, which will choose also the direction of the other US dollar pairs that we've been looking at. But overall, still bullish. Swing structure, just waiting to see if it can start to take out some of these highs and begin ascending toward the highs of the overall range and make internal swing structure, internal structure bullish. AUD USD. Let's go ahead and map out the current range. So as we've been saying, we're keeping this the 4-hour range, but of course, overall, this is the entire range of AUD USD. It has been in this choppy range since like June. Has really just been chopping around. You can see on the 4-hour, this spring made this accumulation. This spring broke out of that, and then sellers stepped back in, started breaking past these lows. And now for the 4-hour swing structure, price had retraced back into premium, and then broke structure back down, and then hit this area of support once again. I've been saying like yesterday, came back into this area of support, and settled step back in, broke structure to the downside, and then this area of supply, and then this area of support started accumulating, consolidating. Buyer stepped back in, took out some of these highs, and then started consolidating again. So just looking for an opportunity once any momentum picks up in either direction, because like I said, overall, it has just been accumulating and consolidating sideways, and it's doing the same thing. Starting out this week, just consolidating sideways. So if it does start to break out any higher, so taking out some more highs and possibly looking for any type of buying opportunity. But overall, this is just a range bound market. NZD USD. Let's go map out the current range. And of course, this continues to make lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Of course, taking out in an impulsive way, taking out the lows of the previous structure. So buyers step back up, started to push prices higher, still in the consolidation type of pattern. I mean, if you look, this is range bound also, and then prices kind of like pushed down, started to push down to those lows, but now prices coming back into that range. So looking for any type of bearish momentum to pick up. If it does somehow sweep, or if it does, it can pull back into premium. Now I'll be looking for any type of selling opportunity into that area of supply. But it can just keep going from here, can keep pushing down. I'll be looking for any type of opportunity if it does break past these lows and then look and retrace back, looking for any type of selling opportunity. Or if we can wait it out, see if it behaves just like the other US dollar pairs. So it can come back and retrace a little bit further, like I said, back into premium, looking at any type of selling opportunity once bearish momentum starts to pick back up. GBP AUD, let's go map out the current range. This 4-hour structure. As you've been saying, prices started to overall bear swing structure, with prices started to make higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Inside this internal structure, started to consolidate. Buyer step back in, broke past this trend line we've been watching for a while. It did make a deep retracement. If you're looking at this overall bearish structure, swing structure, did make a deep retracement, not completely 100% like the other US dollar pair. Came back like GBP USD, but they come back with a deep retracement. If you're looking at this as the price leg, came back, made a deep retracement, didn't tap into that lower high, and then started to, in the correction days, come back down and broke structure to the downside. Got past this area of demand, not a significant close under there, but it did break structure to the downside. We'll be only looking for any type of selling opportunity. But I do have to look out for the, since it did come back to a really deep retracement back to this lower high, looking to see if this internal bullish structure continues. But like I said, it did break structure to the downside, as you can see. So I'm even looking for any type of selling opportunity. If it does kind of retrace, if it does tap into this trend line once again, I'll be looking for the selling opportunity if bearish momentum picks up to the downside. But like I said, it's just consolidating right now under these lows. So momentum can pick up if it does form a new lower high from this high internally. I'll be looking for any type of selling opportunity to come back down to these lows. GBP NZD. Let's go map out the current range. This continues to make that retracement. Swing structure bearish from this high to this low. Turn structure always came back into premium. Now there is bullish momentum picking up internally, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs. Internally, overall swing structure still bearish, but it hasn't tapped into this lower high as of now, but I'm expecting it to if momentum continues. So there's a bullish impulse out of this area of demand. Continues pushing prices higher. And now, like I said yesterday, this is somewhat of a bull flag. And in these descending channels, price channels, there is liquidity sitting over these highs, looking to be swept up. Don't know how far this retracement can go. It can come back down into this demand area or even further. But like I said, there's liquidity sitting over these highs. If momentum going to pick up, looking for a buying opportunity. If it does break past these lower high and retrace back down, only reason I do expect that to happen, but I wouldn't look for any opportunity now because overall the swing structure is bearish. But it could be a good opportunity also to buy, depending on your risk tolerance. That's like I said, this channel price could break out of this channel and continue to target this lower high. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining us.